Yeah. I'm not allowed. Testing. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Larrakia Park here in beautiful Darwin for round 5 of the NT Women's Premier League football competition up here. And tonight we've got Port Darwin taking on last year's premiers Hellenic. And I'm Natasha Medbury, and with me tonight is Philomena Chisholm, who's going to be helping me out and also telling me who's going to win the game and why, Mina. And it's the first time we've got Hellenic so far in the commentary. So who do you think is going to win this game? And remembering that they're defending premiers.
It's going to be a pretty close game today, but tonight, my bet's on Hellenic tonight.
So what the strengths, or just because they've got more experience, they won last year, they've got both young teams, so looking forward to seeing what both can bring. But Hellenic, I guess, have the name of soccer up here as well. They're quite a very big club, and they've got some of the older players as well that have stuck there, but they've got younger ones coming through as well.
Yeah, they do have the older players stuck there, but they do have the younger generation pushing through. So it's going to be quite a close game with the young teams.
So they've just taken the pitch now. You can see Hellenic on screen there in the blue and white. As they get into position.
It's going to be a good game tonight, Tash. They are both young teams. They are bringing up the development squad. You've got very young players on Hellenic team tonight. I believe we have a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and I think is a 15-year-old, but 15 is pretty standard these days for A-grade soccer in the Women's Premier League.
Yeah, we always go down to the change rooms and just introduce ourselves to both teams, of course. And as I was making my way in there, because you'd beat me in there, Mina, there was 2 of the Hellenic girls coming out, and I thought they were actually going on the other pitch to play. And then they told me that they were actually playing in Premier League. It's their first season, of course, and I believe it's number 10 and number 5, maybe number 6.
Shout out to all the McCrillises playing in the Hellenic team tonight. So you've got sisters and you've got cousins, but they do come from a big line, Tash, up here, especially with Hellenic, with the last name of McCrillis.
So Ellie McCrillis is the captain, and I believe she's the cousin of Joanna, Lisa and Sophia.
That's correct.
So Port Darwin are sitting in 5th on the ladder, Hellenic in 3rd. Both had wins last week, which is always a bonus to come into the round with. And as I mentioned before, Hellenic in the blue and white stripes are defending premiers, and already here's Port Darwin on the attack. Puts it in, we're going to have our first corner, no, keeps it in, and then just crosses, misses the miss kick there, but first attacking opportunity goes to Port.
That was a great defence work there by Jamie Ellis. Jamie Ellis is actually her first year here up in Darwin. She's actually from Newcastle. She's a big climate change there.
Yeah, big time. Although it's not too bad here in dry season afternoon here in Darwin. This is the 2021 season, round 5 we have in front of us. So a good kick through. Chase on, but easily taken there by the goalie, who I believe is playing the first time ever in goals.
Yeah, Brianna. She did mention that down in the change room. She said, can you give me a shout out, because I never played goals and this is my first time in the goals.
And I might, so on here to Hellenic. We're going to get it straight back. So they've had a bit of a turnover, as we spoke about in the change room, with Stephanie Trachillis was telling us that they have had a big changeover. So dangerous here. Here goes one of the young chargers. McCrillis straight away. She's going to get it in. Well done, Kelsey. Tom, a good save there. And Sophia Makrilos just found her way through there with that speed. I think she's one of the young guns, Mina. So
She is. I believe she is the 13-year-old, if I'm correct.
wow.
She did score one of the goals last week, and they did win against Litchfield. Sorry, Mindle. They won against Mindle last week, and Sophia was one of the goal scorers. Sorry.
Tongue-tied there, Mina. Yes, she definitely was. And Amber Higginson for Port. You see her number 17 in there in the maroon colours. She scored a double last week for Port. She has afterburners when she gets going. You kick the ball into space, and I tell you what, she comes out of nowhere. So she's actually third on the leading goal scorers so far this season. And Sophia Makrilos has 5. So she's sitting in second. So our little speed machine that's 13. Number 10, there's Sophia Trikilis, number 5 for Hellenic. Been playing a long time. Mina, you would have played with her or against her at some sort of stage?
Yes, we have played against each other, actually. Like I said, but there's a long line of big families up here, especially in the Greek community with the last name Makrilos.
Just to... Oh, and it's got through. They're on here. So just kicks it forward ahead of herself. It's across in a good, dangerous position. Just couldn't get enough power and purchase on that ball. So Gemma Martin had an opportunity. Just misread the ball there. So Koulakis. Port. Here we go. That's where they're just trying to boot it forward to get it to Amber Higginson into space. As it gets over the top, she's dangerous. Good control here by Hellenic. Just goes back. Back again. Free in the midfield. Ellie Krilos, the captain, but dispossessed. It's not going to call it. The goalies had to come out. So Rihanna might again.
That was well done from the goalie.
Trikilis. To her teammate. Makrilos. That was Lisa. So here we go. Sophia Makrilos. Look at the pace that she shows. Tried to get her buddy in front, but couldn't that time. And defending very well back there is Rebecca Grattan. The last time we called Port, she had a ripper of a game as well against Casuarina. So here's Makrilos again. It's back to Makrilos. As we said, there's 4 Makriloses out there, so bit of a family affair. Hellenic. Makriloses at Hellenic is a little bit like the Motlops at Wanderers. You call about 6 of them in a game because there's about 6 or 7 playing. So this is going to be a goalie's kick.
Yes, the goalie's going to take the kick out. That was well done by the girls. Unfortunately, they couldn't position themselves well to find the back of the net. Stephanie Trikilis is another one of the experienced players out there. I remember playing against Steph many years, so she's got the old head on there, so she's a fantastic asset to these young girls.
So Hellenic get the ball back. Misread. So Koulakis. Here we go. Here's Amber Higginson. Can she keep it in? She does. Here's the afterburners. This is why they kick it to space. Goals last week. Found the back of the net. We had a quick chat to her in the rooms. Oh, that's a good through ball. No, that should be okay. And the goalie has come out, and that's a bit of a late call. They're looking at each other, the linesmen. Yeah, we were talking to Higginson in the change rooms, and another defence player, and Port have lost a lot of players through the defence rotations and could possibly be losing Amber Higginson for possibly 6 to 8 weeks shortly as well.
Yeah, that's a play you do not want to lose.
So here's Koulakis again. Am I right, Mina, that she used to play for Hellenic? Koulakis?
No, Koulakis' sisters used to play for Olympic.
Okay. That's a through ball again. On the charge is Martin coming through. It's Kelsey Tom. Read that well. Here they go, trying to get it to Higginson again. Here's Trakillis. Through to Krulos. There's that to Martin. Kicking across the field there is Lisa McCrillos. No, sorry, that was Joanna. Oh, that's a good tackle. The ref was a bit late until the appeal come. I was waiting for the whistle to go a little bit early.
Yes, definitely Trakillis definitely tried to put that through ball. Unfortunately, it was spoiled from their defence. And that tackle, that looked like a really good tackle.
So Hellenic through for, here she goes, McCrillis, here's Sophia, one-on-one with the goalie. She makes a goalie move and she's hit the back of the net. Too easy there in the end. She's been threatening so far in the first 8 minutes of the game, and she's already got one in the back of the net, which takes her to the leading goal scorer so far for the season. She's jumped over the top of Rachel Hoffman. Sophia McCrillos. Wow. If she's only 13 or 14...
Sorry, she's 15.
She's 15, okay.
And this is her first year in the Women's Premier League.
That was a great goal.
She definitely have the... the skill behind her to go with the pace she actually holds as well. Which she made a great decision to place it in the net. She didn't hesitate once the goalie came out.
Yeah, not much Kelsey Tom could do about that. And here we go. Port trying to cross it. Amber Higginson. And she just is over the top bar. Oh, perfect cross that was. But Amber Higginson just didn't get the timing quite right. I thought it was going to get into the corner of the net there, but
unlucky. This perfect crossover. She's seen Higgins. Higgins got the pace. She's going to be there. Unfortunately, over the net.
That was Kathleen Raymond with the good cross, but also good defensive work there by Hellenic. By James Ellis. She was right there alongside her goalkeeper. So that's why Amber Higginson tried to put it in the corner. So 1-0 already here in round 5. Here's the goal scorer, Sophia Krilost, with a fancy footwork. She's light on her feet. She's good with the ball. Goes back to some time as Ellis. Dispossessed by Amber Higginson. This is dangerous if they can move it forward quickly. Higginson needs a timer run. Here they go. They try to push it through to her, and it's gone through. It's a mistake here by Hellenic. Luckily, they were able to clean up. So here's Krilos as well. So that's Ellie to Martin. Martin goes back. Krilos back to Martin. Ellie McCrillos again. And just the defensive work there by Port. And that player is Rebecca Grattan. There's a bit of a wall back there. I know last time we called Port a couple of weeks ago, Kelsey Tom and Rebecca Grattan got ball poisoning because they stopped that many goals.
No, they did well, and young Sophia's definitely putting the pressure on her. So, and when in doubt, of course, always kick out. She didn't have any other options, but she knows that young girl is coming up with that pace behind her.
So Joanna McCrillos there on screen with the throw-in. From that famous Hellenic family. Amber Higginson. It's just interesting to see if any sort of changes will be made on the positioning. Here's Martin through. It's to McCrillos. She has a shot on goal and over the top this time. So they're peppering the goals here, Hellenic. In the first 11 and a half minutes, they've had 3 shots on goal. They've already got a goal in the 8-minute mark by Sophia McCrillos that takes her to the leading goal scorer for the competition.
Here it goes, Martin gives it a lovely crossover to McCrillos. She's another player, Tash. You cannot leave her open. She looks like she's got a really good leg on her. Even though she's a young player, she looks like she's got a lot of strength behind her kicks.
So Kelsey Tom already with a bit of work under her belt. Kalakis, usually good at controlling the ball. Doesn't let me down that time. Gets it through to Lyso. Out in front, can they get it over to Amber Higginson? They do. She just misread that one. Otherwise, she was on fire. Comes back across. Geez, the back kick there. Don't see that very often in women's footy. Wow. I tell you what, if she would have landed that,
That would have been...
I would have been jumping out of my chair doing cartwheels, Mina, because that would have been absolutely unbelievable. The timing, the fact that she just got the timing right was...
Those kicks are so hard. I don't think I've seen anyone nail that kick and in the back, hit the back of the net.
She didn't hit the back of the net, but the fact that she still actually managed to get the timing right...
She gave it a go.
Oh, it was pretty unreal. So there's Amber Higginson. She scored the 2 goals last week. She sits 4th on the leading goal kickers so far after 5 rounds. Both coming off wins last week. Port getting their first win on the board. So here we go again. That's Brooke Fraser. Did the back kick before her as well. She's very dangerous up forward. Her and Amber Higginson seem to work very well together. Here go Hellenic. They pass it over to Sophia Makrilos. She has a shot this time. Couldn't get enough power purchase, but good defensive work as well there by Port. Put the pressure on to make her kick it instead of bringing the goalie out. Oh, good work. Makrilos. Strong. Back to Ellis. Two supporters here tonight. Hellenic always draw a crowd. Here's Martin. Crosses it, dangerous, over the top of Sophia Makrilos. They need to defend this, Port. They just waited for the ball to come. In the end, pressure was applied. Papadakis there for Hellenic. Throws it in. Here's Steph Trakilis. She's going to have a shot. She does. Just misses. So that's a couple of shots to Hellenic. Smile on her face there. Yeah, we sort of go put the pressure on the girls a little bit by going into the change rooms and letting them know that we're televising this one. Always good to get a feel in the change rooms and just let the girls get a little bit relaxed with whoever's calling their game. So it's always a pleasure to meet some of these players.
Yeah.
So Trakilis just couldn't get the purchase on that ball that she wanted to. That was Grattan back there. So I feel they both have strong defensive walls, Mina, but it's just the two speedsters that so far is Sophia Makrilos up one end and Amber Higginson up the other.
So I think they do both rely on those speed. Both teams do, but they do have good defence as well, which makes it a little bit harder for that speed to go through and break that wall.
But once it gets over the top, I guess that's where it sort of comes, and we've seen a little bit of last week's game with Kajarin and Yappa's top of the table clash, that in the end the speed up forward sort of prevailed, and I think that's what got Kajarina over.
Got Kajarina up and over and won the actual game itself.
And Yappa's in the end, I think, was a little bit too late to make a change and put someone back that was quite fast that could sort of keep up with their strikers. But let's see what the coaches do here tonight. It's the earliest we've seen a goal on the board so far since we've been broadcasting the matches here. A good through ball taken out. Was the free call? No, that's okay. So on the rebound here, and the flag was up. I'm not quite sure what for.
I didn't.
It wasn't offside, but
Not offside. Maybe.
Kalakis is pleading a case in the middle there. Fraser's just standing there. She's unsure what's going on herself.
Looks like a free kick towards for Hellenic, and maybe Kalakis for a little bit of hard playing.
Yeah, well, didn't see that one. So we're nearly hitting the 17.5-minute mark here of the first half. Hellenic already with a goal on the board by Sophia Makrilos on the 8-minute mark. We've got a player down as well. The player wasn't there, so just keep an eye on that player, Frances Kalakis. A little bit of concern, and she's just holding her wrist.
Doesn't look so good.
Yeah, she looks a little bit upset there. So maybe that's why they stopped the play.
So Kalakis is coming off, and looks like her sister, the other Kalakis, taken over in her position. So they're making a change here, Tash. Looks like Jordan McCracken is coming on, and Kalakis is coming off.
It doesn't look good for Frances Kalakis. They bit of concern showed down there, so hopefully she's okay. So lost about a minute here of game time, so don't stop the clock. Ref's taking a few notes. There's one of the Makrilos girls. There's a free kick going here to Jamie Ellis. So Jamie, geez, that is a massive, massive kick over the top to Sophia Makrilos. So can she keep it in? Makrilos, she can, against Amber Higginson. So that's a match made in heaven to see the speedsters together. So Makrilos couldn't find her teammate, but good work. Sit out. Tries to get through, but Steph Triculis with that experience, as we call it, not age, it's called experience.
Experience, but at the moment, it looks like age is actually taking over the game, because these young Hellenic girls are definitely putting up a fight against Port, and they're not giving up, and they're not letting it down either, Taj.
Kalakis, so Hellenic. Krilos, that was Joanna. Ellis with the through ball. Couldn't find their teammate. So cut off back there for Hellenic. Kalakos in the middle. Krilos goes back to her cousin. So Higginson, she wins the ball back for her team. She's just amazingly fast, but no, they've said that's actually come off her. A little bit unlucky there. We're in perfect position to see that, but so was the linesman, so we won't argue with that one. So Port will be looking to get a score on the board after Hellenic scored very early. So here's Higginson. Well done by Makrilos. Higginson puts the pressure on. Oh, good work back there, Hellenic. Joanna Makrilos, I think that was a good ball as well. She's got a leg on her. Just couldn't get over the top. Dangerous here. Here's young Sophia Makrilos. You can see the determination in her face. I love seeing that from young players as well.
Yeah.
She's got game face, that's for sure. Like I said, love seeing that with developing young players coming through, that, you know, they live for their sport, they love their sport, and when they're on the field, the pitch, the court, whatever, they're playing as if it's their last game.
I forgot that feeling. It's been a while.
And the touch titles last weekend, I know what that feeling was like, but I don't know if I actually need that feeling anymore. No, it was a good weekend. with NITV as well, broadcasting those finals from the NT Touch titles that were held here in Darwin. So keep a lookout for that on any NITV as well. So good through ball, Martin. And that's going to be the first corner of the game, I believe. Yes.
That was a beautiful through ball, definitely. From, is that Jamie Ellis?
Yeah, back there, yep.
Yeah, Jamie Ellis to Martin. But great defensive as well for Port.
So just see who's taking this kick. So coming over for Hellenic to take this kick is Mosca Papadakis. So Papadakis.
I like that name, Mosca.
Mosca. Oh, that's a good header. Who's coming back? So that Papadakis, that she tries on her left foot. Just didn't get the purchase, but hey, she had a crack with her left.
She did have a little bit of time there. If she could have psyched out the player coming towards her, she could take the ball around and having a good vision on the goals and have a crack.
So fortunate there for Port and Kelsey Tom, who's had a lot of the ball so far as the goalie, unfortunately, and it's going to come back. Sophia Makrilos is all on her own. Goes back inside. Yeah, she's pretty good, isn't she, Mina? And through, and good work by Kelsey Tom. She whacks it away, but she couldn't take possession of it. And again, the defenders back there for Port clear the ball.
I really love the way Sophia Makrilos plays. She's like a little twinkle toes. If you just watch here, she really plays on her toes, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's not flat-footed, that's for sure. So good work by Grace Doherty back there for Port that cleared that ball. Also was the one that got the header from the corner. There she is there, number 11 for Port. Here's Jamie Ellis. She's got a good boot. And she's going to get there. It hits the bar and it comes back. Wow. Oh. Wow-wee. There you go. We said earlier she had a good boot on her and she purchased that one. And
I wouldn't be surprised if that actually went in and bounced out. That's how good it looked.
Yeah, we'll have to ask our excellent cameraman here if they can get a replay of that shot, because I thought that was going in.
It looked like it went in and bounced out.
They don't have the opportunity of the referee coming and checking the screen like they do for the
replay
at the World Cup.
Here we go across.
So
Ellie Makrilos is their captain.
So Makrilos, it's gone out. Yeah, good call. Goalie ball. Yeah, that was a good kick, wasn't it?
That was a lovely kick.
I reckon she was about a good 40 metres out. 35.
I don't think the goalie seen that one coming. Actually went behind her, I think.
Makrilos again. Kicks it in. Oh, bit of body work there. Referee lets it go. Makrilos. Martin in a perfect position. Kelsey Tom just went through the hand. She couldn't stop that one, so well done to Gemma Martin, sorry. So she scores the 25th minute mark of the first half. So they've got their second on the ball, Mina.
That was, see here, there's the replay here. They've actually been scrummaging for this ball, and Martin's in the perfect position. Took a crack, hit the goalie's hand and found the back of the net. Well done to her. She's playing a really good game tonight, Martin.
Yeah, she's a good offsider up there to Makrilos, isn't she? Sophia Makrilos, that is. And Kelsey Tom, unfortunately, she got in the right position and got her hands to the ball, but it went straight through. So from watching Kelsey Tom as a goalie, she must have got a bit of power, Martin, for it to go through the hands.
And that was called an offside. Offside to Hellenic, and it's Port's kick.
So the temperature's really dropped here now. Dry season night. So they cut that off. Well done. They're in a good position here, Port, if they can just keep possession of the ball. Kalakis. Go through to Fraser. Hellenic chop it off too easily in the end. One-on-one battle out there, and Hellenic are going to have the throw in
I'll tell you what.
Through Papadakis. Yep.
Terrell Collins in the back line for Hellenic. She's really working that ball turn. She's not going to let any ball go through or pass her.
Is that number 8 there?
Number 8, yeah. Yep. She's the back wall for Hellenic and she's having a great game.
That gets past Higgins. Fraser tries to kick it up, but the idea is there. You can see Higgins with the afterburners on. Pressure there for the Hellenic goalie, and we know this is the first time she's ever pulled on the glove, so she's doing a great job back there. Brianna Myatt. So that just went a little bit too far. Port to chase that one. So they're on screen. Here's Kathleen Raymond. Port now, Hellenic through Makrilos. Throw this ball in. They're just retrieving the ball. Here it is. You can see the Port Darwin coach there on screen. So again, Makrilos. Now that was Gillis with the quick throw in to Martin. So they're just working their way forward here. They've dominated the attack in this first half, Mina.
They have. Hellenic's been dominating definitely in this first half. These girls are pretty good. Like, the young girls are really stepping up, even though they're looking to, and Stephanie Trakilis did say it's a developing the young girls coming through, and you can see that's really happening for Hellenic women's at the moment.
So Ellis tries to drive that through ball with her strong leg, but it's chopped off by Port. But look at the girls win it back here for Hellenic. Trakilis goes back to Ellis again. Geez, I was almost going to will her on to have a crack at the goals from halfway. She's very deadly with this foot of hers, I tell you. So she gets it over to the fleet-footed Sophia Makrilos. Just a little bit far there for Steph Trakilis, so it's going to be a throw in here for Hellenic.
It's a very still night, isn't it, tonight?
Yeah,
I'm hot.
Yeah, not much breeze tonight.
The poor girls down there will be feeling it as well.
So here's Sophia Makrilos again. They keep it in. No, they can't. They're under enormous pressure here, the Port Darwin players, but they're doing very well. 2-0. So the first goal was in the 8-minute mark by Sophia Makrilos, and then Gemma Martin, the 25th minute. So Port will be hoping to get one on the board very soon. So there's Raymond. Oh, good work. Gets through. And coming across, well done. Good defending there by Ellie Makrilos. And she's got space in front of her. This is Sophia. That's a good ball. Didn't find the target. Larkers. And here's Higginson. Higginson puts the pressure on the goalie who'd come out. And a good read there by Erin Gould. Off the side of her head. Shook it off. Has a bit of a laugh at the sideline. Bit of an arm wrestle here at the moment. Port really need to try and get a goal on the board, and you do not want to get this girl into open space. Martin misses at that time, comes back in, dances around, gets it across to a teammate who has a crack. That one goes wide. They probably could have used the ball a little bit better there, Hellenic.
Definitely looked like they hesitated a little bit. Lisa Makrilos was the one that had a crack for the goal. If she would have had a little bit of time, got her footing right, she would have found it back of the net. Unfortunately, it didn't work in her favour.
Here's Port with the kick. Find out, viewers, that it's round 5 here. 2021 season. Goalie's got to come out. The Women's Premier League here. NT football. But a good game on our hands, both very young sides. But so far, Hellenic have showed the dominance. And Kolakis has given away
another free kick tonight. That's her second giveaway.
So here we go. Ellis has come up to take this kick. Is it indirect or direct, Mina? You're the expert.
It's direct.
Oh, here we go. She hit the bar. Here we go. Oh.
She's got a powerful kick.
She hit the bar from not far from that distance before, so she probably rushed it a little bit there.
Yeah. It looks like she did rush it. She did have time, but with a powerful kick like her, she doesn't need a couple of steps back to take a run up and kick it. She just took 2 steps, and she casually looked like she just plucked it over with a powerful kick.
I'm going to have to get the bit of paper and go down to the change rooms after this game and actually ask if she's been signed up for AFL yet.
Scouting.
Because she is new here. She is new, so
with a kick like that, she can kick from the 50-metre mark.
Yeah, I'd put her in the midfield. She can have a shot from there. Which is what she's doing here on the pitch. And we've just had the goalie for Hellenic do a cartwheel in back play, so she's laughing. Oh, the camera didn't catch that, but she's moved right up. So she wants to get up. Because she's never been goalie before, I think she's actually used to being on the pitch. So she's very, very itchy back there to get the ball. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, we've got a bit of a down.
Hard hit there.
That was a good contest, between Ellie McCrillos. See this replay going through to Twinkle Toes, that I'll call her. And then you've got, is that the captain?
Oh.
No, yeah, Ellie McCrillos. Oh, that was a bit nasty.
Yeah, they gets it sorted. Shake of the hands. And just making sure she's all right. That's why you wear shin guards for soccer, otherwise you'd have a broken shin right there.
I've got a few dents in my shins. But it looks like she's all right. The coach has definitely come up to check how his play is going.
I'm still getting over the cartwheel by the goalie and back play. That's just a ripper. Tana Casemiro, you've been removed from the mantle.
Oh, we got a new goalie in town.
Rihanna is
quite an entertainer back there in the goals.
So, just a bit of hold up here. Nearly hitting the 35-minute mark of the first half. Free kicker on the way of Port. 2-0 here at Larrakia Park in Darwin. Lovely dry season night. Perfect for football, although it is a little bit still. A bit muggy. So Amber Higginson is it over the top, but here's Naomi Ellis. It's it out wide to Lisa Makrilos. Down the line to Papadakis.
Is that a handball?
And that's going to dribble over the line. So Jordan McCracken there, number 8 for Port. And through is Grattan. So Grattan's going to get the throw. So not long left in the first half. Port would love to hit the back of the net before this half-time hits. And not allowing Hellenic to get another one, and that didn't have any purchase on the kick, so it puts him in a dangerous position already. Hellenic. And the line, here's Fraser. Fraser couldn't control that one coming through for Hellenic. It's Kloakos. Krilos. Here's Sophia Makrilos. That time she couldn't get through, but wins the ball back. Gives it back to her cousin, I think that one is. There's that many Makriloses, I've got confused who's the sister and who's the cousin. So there you go, Mina. There's number 8 for Hellenic that you spoke about earlier. So a bit of a gun back there, number 6 and number 8.
She holds that back line really well for a defensive. She's been doing great all game or all half, Tash. And that's terrible.
So
Terrible Collins.
Here's Rihanna Myatt. So she got her opportunity. She's that far from goal. You can tell she's itching to get on the pitch. She's got to run back now. Here goes Amber Higginson. If she could launch it from there, she'll get over the top of the goalie. She did. Oh, wowee. That was smart play there by Amber Higginson. She knew the goalie had come right out. They did a quick throw in. Very smart play there by Port, but unfortunately the kick didn't hit the back of the net. But gosh, it was close.
It was close. If it was a little bit, a couple of metres to the left, yeah, definitely that goalie would have been feeling sorry for herself. She comes out again.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been doing cartwheels that time. So, but she did well, Rihanna Myatt. So, just as I was speaking about Amber Higginson, if she's got a good leg, she kicked it that far. So, yeah. She's got speed and she's got a good leg on her. So, that's what you want as a striker. That's gone out, so Port throw in, but well done by Martin. Good one-on-one battle, Kalakis. Strong player, Kalakis. Another one that gives her all when she takes the pitch. You can see it in her face. So Fraser, Port, trying to get it forward, but well read by Ellis. Back to Cloacas. Here's Makrilos coming out with Kelsey Tom. She had to, but they've kept it in. Here's Makrilos as well. Good tackle applied by the Port player. What do they do here? They try and boot it over the top. Couldn't get the purchase, and Makrilos gets absolutely nudged from behind. Gets a pat on the back as well. So good sportsmanship out there. Of course, most of these players all know each other and have either played juniors together or there's no ill feeling out there. And you've seen that before when there was a hard tackle and got up and shook each other's hands. So
Jamie Ellis is taking the kick again. Let's see what she's got.
Here we go. And it's just gone over the top by a couple of metres, mind you. She just doesn't put any effort whatsoever into that kick.
No. She's very casual before she takes that kick because she's got a lot of power in her kicks. Oh, unfortunately from Ellie, Makrilos lost the contest there. Port swaying on our replaying. Young Makrilos again. Bit of a nudge. There's the nudge.
Just a little bit.
If that was footy, it would be free kick.
Yeah. So Kelsey Tom.
So it's given Hellenic a lot of advantage on their side of the, on their half of the field. They've given away a couple of free kick Ports to Hellenic, and they're using that to their advantage just to try and find the net tag. Especially have someone like Jamie Ellis going to be taking those kicks every time. It'll come for her. She doesn't put too much power into it.
Yeah, she should be able to find that net if she keeps peppering the goals like she is. This kicks a little bit too far. Myatt's got to go out. She does. Well done. For someone that's playing their first game in goals, she did well to stop Kathleen Raymond for Port, who was on the charge. Makrilos.
To Makrilos.
That's not another Makrilos, is it? So Martin. So Kelsey Tom just couldn't get down for that one, but managed to get it away. And Kelsey Tom's another defence player as well for Port, who, while we're in the change rooms, also spoke about that she is also has to go out for some duty as well, so she'll be missing for a couple of weeks. And that's where the Port coach spoke about the rotation of players that they have through the defence girls. So some come back, some then leave again. So it would be very, very hard to maintain a stable side up against, you know, some of the Hellenic teams, Casuarina, that have that real core that stay.
It looks like Papadakis. Is it Papadakis? Gave a free kick away, and it is Port's free kick. I'm not quite too sure who that player is on the ball.
That's Grattan.
Grattan.
Yeah, Rebecca Grattan. Pretty sure that's her back there. So just again, couldn't get the purchase that she wanted. Oh. Yeah, no,
Play on.
Played the advantage there, I reckon. So Kalakis, well done. Well, Jamie Ellis too strong. Geez, you don't do that very often against Kalakis.
No, but she's definitely hold her ground.
So coming through, Krilos. Oh, here they go, trying to get over the top. They do. So here's Higginson. She's got it forward. What does she do here? Just probably. That's a good tackle. No, and the corner's given.
Really good tackle.
And here's the sportsmanship again, just going over, making sure that she's okay.
She's done really well. Kicks over. You've got Collins and Higginson. She's got the speed, and Collins actually got quite a speed behind it too. She actually kept up with the ball. Her great defensive made her get into that slide tackle, which is fantastic because it's hard trying to keep up with the speed stuff. So the only thing that you can do is try and break them down with a nice clean tackle.
And that was coming from behind. She was against the speed. She knew she had to do it, otherwise it would possibly a chance of the ball hitting the back of the net. And to not give away a free kick in the box with the tackle.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
If you want to know how to tackle someone, perfect example there. So corner, puts it out to the hot spot, goes straight across off a Hellenic player. Getting there first for Hellenic is Papadakis. Does well. It's round 1, it's round 2. Port here have a couple of minutes to try and get that ball to the back of the net. So with the throw in, and Rebecca Grattan back there. That goes out. So what will Hellenic do? The last thing Port want is a goal right before half-time. Well done there.
Great defensive work.
To Grace Doherty, I think, pretty sure that is number 11 back there for Port. So just watching there on screen, there's Gemma Martin, kicked a goal, 25-minute mark of this first half. The dying stages of the first half here at Larrakia Stadium in Darwin, round 5. Got Port, Darwin in the maroon colours taking on Hellenic. Hellenic sit in third. Of course, they are the defending premiers as well. As they told us in the change room, they won every cup available last season, so pretty proud about that, as you would be. They
can have the bragging rights for that. If they did, fantastic. Good on Hellenic. I remember many years Hellenic was just amazing, and playing probably with their mothers and nanas to all the young Hellenic girls out there that's taken the field tonight. So it's been a great half.
So that is the half here drawn to a close. So 2-0 favour of Hellenic, the defending premiers from last season. The goal scorers were Sophia Makrilos at the 8-minute mark and Gemma Martin the 25th minute mark here. Look forward to the second half.
Oh, no. camera inattiva. No, you don't get it when you're older. You get side two when you're older. Just,
So back here for the second half between Port Darwin and Hellenic. Hellenic 2-0 so far. Sophia Mikrilos got the first goal on the 8-minute mark, and Gemma Martin with the second at the 25-minute mark. And Port looked dangerous towards the last couple of minutes before half-time, but unfortunately couldn't hit the back of the net. Do you think they would have made any changes that could possibly help as we watch a few? So that's Sophia Mikrilos' first attempt.
Here we go for Port as well. That was wrong. That first half was pretty good, Tash. I mean, you know, Hellenic definitely dominated. It did look like they were coming in. I think this half, Port's really going to pick up their game.
So Higginson come through in a good challenge there, applied by Hellenic. And fortunately for Hellenic, Port didn't hit the back of the net, but Hellenic have. So Sophia Mikrilos is looking dangerous. And there goes the cartwheel again by the Hellenic goalie. So that's 2 cartwheels she's done in back play. So Rihanna might... It's good to see. So she's challenging Tana Casemiro in the goalkeeper's role of all the dance moves. But I think that takes the cake so far. So wonder what Tana Casemiro will bring next time she's Casuarina's goalie. But she's actually done well, Rihanna Myatt, in the goals. It's her first time in the goals, she was telling us, in the change rooms. So here's Ellis Kalakis for Port. Challenge there by Krilos. Kalakis again. The through ball. Fraser couldn't control that one. But Collins gets back there, gives it back to the goalie and misses their target, but it was a good kick in the end by Myatt. So throw goes here to Port. That's Grattan. Down the line to Fraser. The last touch was Fraser, so Hellenic win this one back. Need to defend pretty hard here, Port. Try and hit the back of that net, Kalakis. Challenge there, Grattan gets a through ball. Kalakis is going to win this one back again. She does. Tries to get it out to Fraser. Couldn't find her. Strong leg coming through there for Port, but easy goal kick. So the goal kick taken by Rihanna Myatt. It's a good kick as well.
Great kick.
The bounce. Oh, good tap through there by Sophia Mikrilos. Here she goes. She's dangerous. She's going to get in the box. She puts it over the top. Kelsey Tom, not much that she could do there as the goalie, and Sophia Mikrilos, leading goal kicker for the season so far with the goal that she got tonight, puts an easy one over the top. And I say easy for her standards, not for mine.
We're watching the replay here. You've definitely got Martin gave her a beautiful through ball to young Mikrilos, and she definitely took that ball in a little bit too much power behind her kick, but she's definitely hungry to score a hat trick or her second goal tonight.
So Fraser. Oh. Get over the top to Kalakis. So it looks like they've moved Kalakis forward. She was in the midfield, but oh, good work. Good work by the keeper. All right, again. She wanted more of the ball. Well, she's getting it at the start of this second half.
You can tell she's hungry for that ball.
And Kalakis has already been a bit dangerous up forward. There goes Fraser with the back heel kick. So she's got all the tricks in the book, Fraser. But I like the move of Kalakis up forward. Oh, good work. Lovely footwork there. But Chinchillo. Fraser. He's fast. Collins just kicks it out as a good defender does. And Fraser's quite speedy, so going to have to throw here, Port.
Yeah, definitely see what they got for the throw-in. Port's really got to position themselves, Tash. Is it throw-in or it's a corner? No, it's a throw-in.
Yeah, throw.
So Port definitely got to position themselves and definitely make something out of this throw. If they don't, they just got to find their footing a little bit more.
So there's Amber Higginson. Puts it over the top. There was no one there for Port. A goal goes begging. That was a beautiful cross by Higginson. Port again puts it back in the same spot, and unfortunately, oh wow, Higginson was cramped up against the line but put it in the hot spot. All they needed was a Port player just to get a touch to it, and it would have hit the back of the net. So
Here goes Higginson. Beautiful crossover. Finds her play. Unfortunately, her player couldn't get to the ball in time, but she did come back and she did give it that second effort.
Good kick out. Who lost, but Higginson is tackled and ball won back by Hellenic. Through ball, but Grattan cuts it off for Port. In the middle. Just a bit of a nothing kick there. It looks like Higginson, Fraser and Koulakis, the forwards now for Port. Grattan does well. She's solid back there. Here goes Fraser. She wants to get to that ball every single time. Right? She's got the smile on her face too. The girls know it as well. She wants to be out on that pitch running around what she usually does. She must feel like she's in a bit of a straitjacket back there in the goals in a padded cell, because she's...
You can definitely tell she's hungry for a bit of a play.
So Grattan couldn't get purchase on that one, and Makrilos heads it straight back over the line. So Koulakis wants the ball. No, Higginson is going to get it. Gives it back to Grattan. Grattan's got a good leg on her. Couldn't get the purchase, but that should be a corner.
Did he call a corner? Or is it? Yes, it's a corner.
It's a corner. So they're going to get Higginson to kick this ball. That's one of your main strikers. Well, I'm not the expert, but she's got a good leg on her. So let's see.
She does have a good leg. We'll see where she places that ball.
Can put it in the hot spot. Couldn't get the purchase on it that time. So Koulakis was there. Grattan had come from behind and snuck the ball away from her opponent. And here's Sophia Makrilos. It's it over to her partner in crime in Martin. I think the line's going to beat them. No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. So well done by Port back there. Oh, good work. Gets around one. I think that's Kraken out there. Sit in board. There's Fraser. Fraser couldn't get past Ellis, who's been a rock back there and got the leg to match it as well. Collins comes away. It's experience shown there. Coming through is Makrilos. Puts the through ball. But they've got no runners this time, Hellenic.
No. Unfortunately, gives it back to Port's goalie, Tom.
So Whitnall kicked it back to her goalie. Coming up here is Gould. That's Erin Gould. Puts it out. And had too much on it for Koulakis. To Makrilos. Higginson trying to apply the pressure there. Grattan stops that one. There goes Doherty. Oh, and here's the speedster. So Sophia Makrilos. Oh, well done there by Doherty. So Makrilos goes back, dances around with those. Oh, that's a good through ball. Gets at the back. Martin was there. Kelsey Tom's come right out. If they can put this one through, they can't. Well done there by Gould. Chops it off. Gets back and helps her goalie out. Kelsey Tom. And that one didn't stay in. Oh, if that could have stayed in, Higginson was on there. She had space. worked her way away from Alice over there on that far wing. Bit of body work from the back. Referee lets that play on, but it goes out, so that should be Hellenic. They've got a sub coming on here, Port. So coming on is July So, and coming off is, I don't think anyone wants to come off. They're all ignoring the coach here at the moment.
Higginson's coming off. Oh, you don't want to take her off.
So she must be carrying an injury of some sort, because you wouldn't... Well,
you don't normally take off a player like her. Definitely when you want to score some goals. But Zoe, she played well last game. We commentated. She did really, really well. I think this half, Port is actually putting up a good defence, trying to keep the young McCrillis' girls out, and they are doing really well so far, so good. Let's see if they can keep that momentum through the whole second half.
So Collins through to Trachillis. Collins out to McCrillis. So she's got some pace on her as well, the substitute for Port. And made Collins run there. She wasn't expecting that one. Good ball work. The difference a little bit here tonight, I find, is the control of the ball work. They're making the ball do all the work, Hellenic, and just hitting their targets a lot sweeter than what Port are. So tries to boot that one forward. Helling's in the way again. Krilos. Papadakis gets the through ball from Koulakas. And that one's gone out. So just the defender kicks it out, buys a bit of time. Back there, Doherty, pretty sure that was. You can see Grattan on screen there with Papadakis. There's young McCrillos, has the first goal. Ball dances around one. Then the through ball to her partner in crime, Martin. And offside.
That was a great effort from young McCrillis. Unfortunately, Martin was that little bit offside. Just imagine if she was onside. Imagine what they could have done with that ball.
So Rebecca Grattan. Fraser. The back heel again. She loves doing that move. Here's so she's just come on. She's got pace. Here she does. Can she put it in the back of the net? And she misses. Good work, individual effort there by July Zoe, that's just come on as the substitute for Amber Higginson.
Unfortunately, she put in a great effort, and young Ellie McCrillos has definitely kept up with her, putting that pressure on her, which made it a little bit more difficult for her to score in the back of the net, Tash.
It was a good chase from behind, because she definitely had the speed, but she kept up with her. A chance goes begging there for Port. There's Kalakos. Through ball, offside. Oh, not happy with that decision there. You could see Kathleen Raymond pleading her case.
She was pretty adamant that she was onside.
Here's Jamie Ellis, which...
Great left foot kick.
So here we go. Oh, she couldn't get that one. Well done back there for the Port Whitnall. It's going to come back. Trachillis with through ball. Oh, again, well done, Whitnall. Here's Zoe. And cleared out there by Steph Trachillis.
Well done. You don't let a forward Zoe to go around you. So Steph definitely put on the stoppers and kicked it out.
Yeah, that experience there from young Steph Trachillis.
She's had a few years off being a mum, which is fantastic. It's good to see, those players come back after having babies and getting straight back into the game, the love of the sport.
Yeah, so that's it.
They're passionate about it. They want to come back because they do she lives and breathes it as well through her family, so through a long line of her family as well, Trachilises. She's married into a Trachelis.
So, Hellenic. It's a little bit of pressure on Jamie Ellis there. Oh, look at that pass. Just casual as you like with the left foot.
Yeah.
Gets it over to Papadakis. Oh, challenge from behind as well. She wasn't happy with that one. Marches off a bit.
Replay here, you got Papadakis taking on one of the Port players. Putting a good pressure on her. Unfortunately, you come into her right. Ooh, looked like a sandwich.
So here we go with the kick. And they're not getting Ellis to take it. So Sophia Makrilos.
We've got a substitute.
So that's Papadakis coming off. Just won her team a free kick. Not sure if she's still not happy about the challenger actually coming off. So replacing her is number 2, Mary Coombe. And there was a double substitute. So also coming on was Isabel Kilmartin. So number 3 for Hellenic.
Mary is actually another young player. This is her first season in the A-grade women, so I'm very excited to see how she goes in this game.
So Sophia Makrilos, if someone can find the back of the net, it's this young star. Look at that kick. Look at it curve, and Kelsey Tom in the end has to hit it away. Oh, wow.
A little bit too much curve on that kick.
Bend it like Beckham, they say. I tell you what. On the replay, look at that.
Turn by young Makrilos. I know she tapped it out. No, it actually hit the bar and went out itself. So it is the goalie's kick out.
Wow, so hit the 60-minute mark of this game. We're in the second half. Hellenic 2-0. So they scored their 2 goals in the first half. Sophia Makrilos an 8-minute mark and Gemma Martin the 25th minute mark. Hellenic have dominated most of the play in the attack, but Port have had their opportunities. They've just substituted their main striker in Amber Higginson, so she didn't look like she went down with an injury, but I suspect there's something behind bringing off your leading goal kicker so far, so let's hope that everything's all right with Amber Lee Higginson. So Clark leaves that one for a teammate. Good communication too, I must say, by Hellenic. A lot of talk down there, the girls. So Coombe couldn't get there. That goes across. So who's that going to? It's going to be Port. So Rebecca Grattan. Beautiful pitch here at Larrakia Park in Darwin, as you can see on your screen. Beautiful stadium they built here.
Good control by Isabel Kilmartin.
Oh, what a challenge. Wow. Just come flying through Vanessa Chinchillo. Cut off there by Gould. Doherty, sorry, that was. So there's Coombe, goes back to Makrilos. Kolakos. Up forward to Sophie Makrilos, puts it through, but Martin, her partner in crime there, wasn't ready for that one. It was a lovely through ball.
They definitely play off each other, don't they, Martin and Makrilos?
Yeah, feed off each other, those two. So Pratton out there for Port. The throw is going to go the way of Port on screen there. One of the Port players. I think that was Vanessa Chinchillo. You can see Erin Gould there, number 14, marking up against Lisa Makrilos. So they want it back again, Port. Throw going here to Whitnall. To Gould. Gould missed that one. At the back here's Fraser. Fraser's got a good leg on her as well. And Rihanna Might had come out a bit. She loves coming out. So Port have picked up that she does leave her goals, and then again that one goes straight through. That's why they're peppering with these long shots. It is her first time goalkeeping. She's done a tremendous job so far. Danger here for Port. Young Coombe. Geez, an uneven match up there.
She's quite a tiny player, but I reckon she'll give it all she's got.
She is. She was one of the girls that was coming out of the change rooms that I thought was playing in the other pitch, but it just goes to show the class that she has to be playing Premier League women's football up here against some players that have been playing for 20 years. And she's in a vital position too, up as striker. So he's got two young guns. The coach for Hellenic, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
The coach for Hellenic. So he's got two young guns in the future of Hellenic. But Sophia Makrilos, if her age and the way she plays up here, if she's not in some sort of development squad, an NT side, she's will go places, this young girl. You can just see the class and the determination on her face, coming from a long line of good football players, so it's definitely in the genes. Collins to Makrilos. It's one of the substitutes that's come on in Kilmartin. Killis tries to put a through ball for young Sophia Makrilos. She does again, puts it over the top. That's perfect, but Martin comes in from the side, gets it, boot to it. That should be a goalie's kick. Yep, good call there by the linesman. So they've done well here, Port, to hold Hellenic out so far in this second half.
They've really tightened up their back lines, which is shutting down their players a little bit more easier than the first half.
So they got plenty of time here, Port, to get some goals. I think they've come out in the second half a lot more structured. So a couple of changes that the coach has made, I thought has just stabilised the team just a little. So Stephen Brockway, the coach of Port. That's a good save there by Kelsey Tom. So another opportunity there for Hellenic. Ellis and Fraser underneath that. Fraser tries to get it forward. So that's a handball, I think, against Kilmartin. So Isabel Kilmartin. Good opportunity here for Port. Kalakis, as we just watched that save on screen. So Kalakis has a good boot as well. Has a good, just watch on replay here what this was for. So we're just, so it was the handball.
Just seen one of the Port players actually going down, doing a bit of a roll, tripped over her own feet.
So Kalakis gets it over the top. Fraser's there. So is Zoe. Can she put it through? No. Goes across the goals, but they've won themselves a corner. Not quite sure who that Port player was. So Rhiannon Might did well.
That looked like it happened really fast. A bit of a scrummaging for the ball as well.
I reckon that was Vanessa Chinchillo that ended up on the ground and just missed hitting the back of the net. So here's the corner. Raymond
with a beautiful crossover.
There's a cross coming through. Was Rebecca Grattan not happy with herself because she was in the prime position, and
unfortunately she didn't do much with that ball, which her teammates need to tell her she's got a little bit of time. Don't hesitate too much, because when you do, that's when you fumble on the ball and the ball's not going to go anywhere near the back net.
Yeah, she definitely wind up to pick the leather off that football. So that's a good kick over the top of Zoe. Run it back here, Port. Dangerous position. There's Steph Trakillis. So Zoe again. She's got a good leg. Tries to get it through for Clarkis. Oh.
Unfortunately.
Myatt She's enjoying herself back there in the goals. She might want to enjoy herself too much because they might keep her back there. So
Starting to have doubt that's her first time in goals.
yeah,
I think she's played goals before. She looks like she has.
She might have pulled the wool over our eyes, but she's enjoying herself back there. It was the last minute call up due to the goalie not being able to make it. So Hellenic control the ball. Kicked out there by the Port defender and Wood also another substitute here. Caitlin Pratton's coming on. As we see, can't quite pick up who that player is. Mina coming off. Yeah, that was number 8, I think. Yeah, McCracken. So Jordan McCracken's come off. Hellenic. Oh, good through ball there. Sophia McCrillos. So well done by Port. Darwin there to get the ball back. Clarkis pushing her way up to midfield again. Body contest there by Raymond. Here comes Zoe. Tries to get it back to Raymond. She does. Raymond through ball, but Zoe wasn't coming for it. Well read by Myatt again. Oh, well read. Triculus.
Majority of this half Port's actually been in their advantage.
Oh, they're waiting for the offside. Defenders waited there for Hellenic. Zoe goes all the way back. They were in a prime position there. Well done by Hellenic. They're going to win this ball back and turn defence into attack. Sophie McCrillos, well done
speed
by Doherty. So the experience there, but here's Steph Triculus. Just puts it to space. Oh, I wanted Ellis to have a crack there from halfway. So Sophia McCrillos. Oh, just fancy footwork, lovely footwork. Martin and hits the back of the net for the second time. Hellenic have their third goal. Kelsey Tom couldn't stop that one, just didn't have enough defenders back there to put pressure on Martin, but Sophia McCrillos, good cross.
It's a great cross from Sophia McCrillos. She definitely finds a little offsider, which they do feed well together and they do play off each other. See, McCrillos is here. She looks up. She's found Martin. Martin's easily just placing the ball. Didn't hesitate. Just found a space and placed it, which earned her a goal.
And you speak about placing it. Instead of trying to boot it hard, all she did was place it in the back of the net. Yep.
That's right. All she did was place it, which was beautiful, beautiful placement.
Sub here for Hellenic, so Georgia Halikos comes in.
And off goes Delphine Shalakos.
So Hellenic here with Ellis. Ellis tries to get it to Coombe, but the wall back there for Port is Grattan. Oh, well done, Ellis. Oh, you had to boot that ball, gets up quickly, fell over. Here's Raymond. So Raymond against Kilmartin. Kilmartin gets that one over the line. So, and
looks like a Hellenic throw-in.
Yeah, Hellenic's got the throw-in. So Rihanna Myatt back there in the goals, just giving Jamie Ellis a hard time about the kick and fall over that she did. So Lucas here, well done, Martin. Lucas. So Raymond again puts it in the hot spot looking for Kalakis, but Ellis comes through. That's a good clearing kick. kick. She's got a massive boot on her.
Got a good leg there on her, I must say. Unfortunately, Clarkers couldn't no match up against Ellis.
Georgina Halkitis that comes from a AFL background as well, plays for Wanderers in the off-season. There she is there, speak of the devil. So if there was any chance of me signing Jamie Ellis, it's probably gone, because she's probably going to be in a Wanderers jumper with some of her teammates that are out there tonight. But I will do my best. So good work by Steph Trakillis.
Well done.
Down the line is
Ellie
Krillis. Oh, cut off there by Doherty. She reads it well back there, Fraser, but offside is Kalakis. She's telling Zoe to go for it because Zoe was onside, and coming out, if Kalakis can get onto this ball and try to put it at the back of the net, because the goalie was right out there for Hellenic.
A little bit of miscommunication in the back there with Kalakis and Zoe.
So, dangerous. Here's Sophia Makrilos. Puts it across for Coombe. Coombe is round the back of the net as casual as you like. So young Coombe, Mary Coombe, has got Hellenic's fourth on the board. So look at him get around her as well. I reckon that might be her first goal in Premier League Women's. By the look of the girls all getting around her, that's what you'd like to see from your experienced players.
Watching at the replay, Tash, young Makrilos, she's definitely got that speed. She looks up, she sees young Coombe there. Beautiful pass through. Had to go through one of the Port players, and there she did. She found the back of the net, which was cool, calm and collective goal. So her first goal in the women's, and she's pretty happy about it.
Yeah, you can just see her on the corner of the screen there smiling, and
she's got bragging rights for a week.
I love to see that your teammates get around you when you get your first goal, or you know, do anything quite special, and then you always remember that as a player.
Definitely a special moment.
You know, and her family's probably here watching her as well, so well done, Mary Coombe. So Kalakis, the ball forward to Raymond. Good kick. Ellis left it behind. Here's Fraser. Fraser drills it at Myatt, who takes a good catch here. I reckon she might be pulling the wool over our eyes about goalkeeping.
She's a natural.
Yeah, she
can't tell us she hasn't been in the goals before.
Oh, yeah.
She's lying.
Yeah, it definitely does come natural. She's enjoying herself back there, but she's definitely...
I think they're definitely going to keep her in there.
Here's Makrilos again. Dangerous. Is she going to find the back of the net? No, not this time. This time the Port defenders got back and assisted the goalie. She's not happy about something.
Not happy, no. She's got her arms up, thinking, you know, just looking at the replay, obviously the goalie's going for the ball, taking her sweet time. I think she's had enough of this game, which it does look like she's had enough. Look, this is pretty, she's been on pressure all night. These young Makrilos here, she's definitely went for a kick. She's putting her hands up, thinking that was an unfair tackle.
Oh, so straight into Makrilos' face there, but Kalakis moves the ball forward. Oh, there's Kalakis there. Gives it back to Doherty. Down the line to Raymond.
Here's a good matchup.
Ellis goes back to Myatt. She misses the ball this time. She's got a big smile on her face still.
I think she's loving it. She's loving it there in that position.
So Ellis has a bit of a laugh with her as well. So quickly, Hellenic scored 2 goals in the first half, which was Sophia Makrilos in the 8-minute mark, then Martin at the 25-minute mark, then Martin got the first goal of the second half at the 70-minute mark, and then young Coombe, her first goal, we believe, of Premier Women's. Oh, and there's the footy shirt front. And here's Makrilos, and there she finds it right at the back of the net.
These girls are too casual. They definitely got talent and skill, along with the pace. They definitely, these youngsters absolutely play good together. I reckon they've been playing since juniors. Looks like they've been playing for many, many years, the way they just connect on the field.
And
just playing.
Set up there by Georgina Leakus there.
Young McCrillos takes a hit. Again, she looked up, she placed that ball. She didn't try and lift the ball, she placed it on the ground.
So Halkitis with a good hit, but young McCrillos, whatever it fired her up a couple of seconds ago, got her in. So they've got 5 on the board now as I was going through the goal kickers. So 2 apiece to Sophia McCrillos and Gemma Martin, and young Coombe with a single against her name. So is there going to be a hat trick here tonight? Got about 12 minutes left for Port to try and find the back of the net.
I hope so. I hope she does get a hat trick tonight. That'll be fantastic. That'll just top her game off tonight. Young McCrillos.
You know, the score probably doesn't reflect the game we've had here. Port's had to put in a good effort as well. Just a few young superstars leading the charge for Hellenic, and the defending premiers from last season are sitting in 3rd so far. So Casuarina are sitting on top, NT up as a 2nd, then Hellenic a 3rd, then Mindle Aces a 4th, Porter sitting in 5th, and Litchfield sitting in 6th position. So after 4 rounds, that's the ladder position. This is round 5 here. Comes back in. Triculus goes back. She's got a good boot too, straight at Kelsey Tom. Couldn't control it. And good body work there. The defender for Port to help her goalie out. So that takes Sophia McCrillos to 7 goals. Take her on top of the leading goal scorers in the competition so far. The closest behind her is Rachel Hoffman on 5. So, young McCrillos. See a bit of a star in the making, I believe. Whether it be here in the local competition for many years to come or further afield. But keep an eye on and listen out for that name, Sophia McCrillos.
The thing is, she is young. She's still developing. You know, she's got the skill set that she has right now. Imagine her in about 2 years' time, Tash. I'd love to see this young girl, how she develops over the years.
So Hellenic on the attack again. There she is. Just exciting. You can hear the crowd when she gets around the ball as well. Halkitis. There's Halkitis again. Oh, lovely tap on there. Here's Coombe. A little bit off balance there. Tried to put the power. Apologises to her partner in crime up there. The 2 young guns, Sophia McCrillos and young Mary Coombe. Taking any credit away from Port. Big turnover of players due to defence. One of their other key players had tonsillitis all week and was unable to play. That's Nikita McMurray, who's been a goal scorer for him so far this season. And Amber Higginson come off 5 minutes into the second half here, which is their leading goal scorer. Couldn't see if she had an injury, but they brought her off. So another substitute happening here. You can work out the players coming on and off, Mina.
Yep, so we've got, looks like number 15 is Priscilla Morgado. Priscilla came across from Casuarina, so she's been playing for Casuarina quite a while. It's quite different seeing her in the Hellenic outfit. So she actually came off for Martin. So she's got a little bit of big shoes to fill there in the striker's position. Let's see how she goes.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes. So she's been good since she come on for Higginson. Oh, and the 2 Port players have clashed there and quickly just throws her off to get up on her feet. Jeez, that was... Oh, well done, Grattan. Oh, she had 2 players to beat and she beats them both. Magado had just come on, so she had fresh legs. Well done here by Raymond. Raymond looks for the cross. She does now. Oh, and a good
header by Kilmartin, the experienced player in the back.
So Coombe collects in. Oh, she's on here, Fraser, if she can get there, and Myatt comes out. Saving kick there, gets it out to Raymond again. She's dangerous in this position, but well done by Makrilos. Here's that one, that's Joanna.
A little bit of a close call before. Unfortunately, Port just needs to put it away, needs to be a little bit tighter and a little bit hungrier for the goal.
So Grattan. Back to Grattan. Here's Kalakis. She's got a good boot on her. Can she get around? She couldn't. Then Ellis comes through to Trikilis. Oh, bit of a tackle there. Referee lets it go. Both players looked at each other. Trikilis. So she got up quickly. Ellis gives it out wide. Here's Sophia Makrilos. Gives it back to the other Makrilos. Defended well there, but Sophia Makrilos is hot on her tail, and a good clearing kick is to reset the defence against Hellenic. As I said earlier, just their ball movement, their control, they're letting the ball do the work, not so much themselves. As we see Raymond on screen there for Port, doing very well in the striker's position up forward, been dangerous all game. Hasn't been able to find the back of the net as yet. Coming through, that's Doherty to So. Here's the goalie right up again, so they're onto it, Port, but just can't execute to get the ball in the back of that net. Myatt's coming right up. So here's Port. What can they do in the last 5 minutes as we hit the 85-minute mark of the second half? Round 5 here at Larrakia Park. The NT Football Women's Premier League season 2021. Oh, look at Zoe with the pace. She's got some pace, but goalie's kick there.
Unfortunately, she could not keep that ball in. Look, she's been playing a really good game so far. If she could have got a little bit of pressure yet on that keeper earlier, she would have gone to... I don't know what she's doing.
I'm just enjoying the
entertainment she's actually given us tonight.
And the fun and the energy that she's showing out there. And she had that in the change rooms, and she definitely takes it on to the pitch when she plays. And I know myself, playing many sports over the years, you just thrive off players like that. Just get the energy. Even if you feel flat, you pick up something. You've got players like that around you. So this one's going to go over in front of Whittle. Also been solid in the back there for Port. Throws it in to Chinchillo. And here's just with the passing, Fraser, just the accurateness, getting their passes through compared to Hellenic. That's probably been the difference I've found so far tonight. There's a through ball. Magado, Kelsey Tom's got to stay back. Magado tries to get the speed, and then Grattan.
That was good defensive by Grattan. Definitely shut Magado down.
Rebecca Grattan and Kelsey Tom boots it down the far wing, but July Sowie wasn't ready for it, so it's bounced straight out. So Hellenic are going to have the throw, but in the meantime, there's a substitute again for Port.
It's like Chloe Gage Pearson is coming on, and is this player coming off?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see. I reckon that's number 4. I reckon that's Vanessa Chinchillo.
Chinchillo.
Kiedis again.
Puts a beautiful through ball.
Magado shows a bit of speed there. Goes back to Sophia Makrilos. So it looks like they've put her in the midfield now. So Coombe Couldn't get it. Here's the sub, Gage Pearson. She had a good game a couple of weeks ago when we called Port, but she played mainly in defence.
Defence, yeah. And she looks like she's up in the midfield this game.
They've got her on for a run in the last couple of minutes. Oh, good work.
Good start.
Whittle back there. Zoe. They kick it through to Zoe. She wasn't ready for that one.
Too much on the ball. It goes to their super goalie.
Yeah, goalie of the round here. It's an early call, I know, because probably with the fun antics, I might add, because Kelsey Tom has done a wonderful job back there with the amount of ball and pressure that's been applied. Ellis, Gage Pearson. Good through ball. Here's Maya. She's going to get back there again. She's definitely getting the run in her legs. Probably more so than what you're used to a goalie getting. Just casual and enjoying the moment. There's young Coombe, Mary Coombe. First season in Premier League and kicked a goal tonight. We believe it's her first by the way her teammates got around her. So well done to Mary Coombe. She got that goal the 74th minute of the game. She's quite excited and couldn't wipe the smile off her face. So a few celebrations after the game, I reckon. Here's Sophia Akrilos. Is she going to get the hat trick? Gemma Martin's come off. She was the other one with 2 goals. So Akrilos, Sophia in her first season of Premier League as well. Here's Kalakis. Can she work with Gage Pearson? She does. Gage Pearson.
Up there.
There's Raymond.
Raymond with the pace.
Raymond again. So what are they going to do here? And just finds the safety there, the Hellenic player. So Raymond, been one of the better players for Port tonight.
She definitely has. She's got a bit of pace on her as well. Let's see how her throws go. Team's got to give her a little bit more options.
So Fraser goes straight back out. So we hit the 90-minute mark of the game here, round 5. We had a few minutes where the game was held up, so that's why the game's just going a little bit longer than the 90-minute mark.
Kick out again by Kilmartin. So Port's throw in.
So can they get one in the dying? I reckon there's about a minute. I reckon there was a couple of minutes.
I hope they do.
Yeah, they deserve it. They've played well here tonight.
They've played really well.
The score, as we just watched the referee blow full time here, full round 5 here at Larrakia Stadium. Hellenic go out winners 5-0 against a hard Port Darwin side. As we watch a few replays here, Sophie Makrilos scored her first in the 8-minute mark and then the 77-minute mark. Gemma Martin for Hellenic, the 25-minute mark and the 70-minute mark, and young Mary Coombe. There's Gemma, there's young Mary there, but this is coming up to Makrilos' second goal. Coombe again. So Makrilos, superstar, this girl couldn't hit the back of the net there, but young Coombe hit her first goal on the 74-minute mark. Thank you for listening to us tonight, and we look forward to round 6 next week.
Oh, we gotta move the camera back.